Hey guys, Flaccid Baron here with a highly requested video. The top 5 builds in Corrupted Dungeons in the current meta. And of course guys, the meta is always changing and shifting with buffs and nerfs and flavor of the month builds. So in order to rank these builds, I will be using the weekly Infamy leaderboards, as well as my personal gamer knowledge to rank these builds from number 5 to number 1. So let's get into the builds. Starting off our list at number 5 is a build that I always break crystals against no matter what, and that is the Holy Staff. There are 2 different Holy Staffs being used in Corrupteds right now, and those are the Hollowfall at number 7 on the leaderboards and Divine Staff at number 14 on the leaderboards. Some pros to using Holy Staffs are huge sustainability because every ability heals you, unless you're on Smite of course. Also, you have good mobility with the Hollowfall. Plus, you usually have a good cooldown reduction like Mistcaller and Omelet, so you get your boots back very quickly and are very, very mobile. Cons, however, if you aren't using Smite, you have low damage, and most of your damage will come from auto attacks and Mage Cowl. Also, healing staves are very mana hungry, so you will need some sort of mana regen like a Limhurst Cape. You are also very weak versus builds that can stay on top of you, like a Broadsword or a Spear, that have huge mobility. Next up, at the number 4 spot, is a weapon that holds a special place in my heart, and that is the Deathgivers. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the Deathgivers being used again, I got excited. And the Deathgivers showed up twice on the top 25 leaderboards. First at number 2, and then again at number 24. The pros of using Deathgivers are huge burst damage, since you can use the E back to back when you get 3 stacks. Great mobility with either Shadow's Edge or Deadly Swipe, depending on the matchup. And your E gives a second of invis that you can use to misdirect your opponent. However, some cons are Purge really hurts you a lot if you're stacking up your Assassin Spirit. Also, the matchup versus Sword is very hard due to the heroic charges, because the heroic charges allow your opponent to be more mobile and stick on top of you, as opposed to letting you kite and get your E back to hit them. Next on the list, we have a weapon that everyone either loves or hates, and that is the Claymore. The Claymore is an insanely powerful weapon in all sorts of small group content. The Claymore shows up at number 10, number 11, and number 21 on the weekly leaderboards. Some of the pros of using a Claymore are tons of mobility with the heroic charges, Iron Will, and even the E can be used to close the gap. And you have a big burst plus a stun on the E. It's honestly one of the strongest single target E's in the game. Also, you can pre-stack the Claymore to start the fight at a huge advantage. The cons, however, Purge is really strong, unless you time your Iron Will perfectly. You are also a melee build, so that means you are susceptible to kiting builds. Next up, the number 2 spot goes to a weapon I've used a decent amount myself on stream, and that is the Broadsword. And speaking of my stream, you can come to twitch.tv/FlaccidBaron if you want to catch me live. Come to the stream and ask me anything. And I also do tons of giveaways every stream, so you might just win some premium time or that special skin you've been wanting. The Broadsword is very good, and it's one of the weapons Facturka uses on the regular. Facturka, if you don't know, is one of the best Corrupted Dungeon players. He's also been featured in this video already. Broadsword is number 3, number 9, number 13, and number 17 on the leaderboards. Some pros to using the Broadsword are super low E cooldown on an E that is extremely versatile. Heroic charges make you as fast as Usain Bolt. Also, just like the Claymore, you can pre-stack to get an advantage to start the fight. However, the Broadsword isn't without cons. First off, it has a telegraphed E so that it can be blocked or dodged with a blink. Also, a Purge at the right time when you have 3 heroic charges can be devastating.
Sit down, Warbo!
Yeah, I love killing warbos. It feels so good. They're my mortal enemy in this game. And finally, we are at our number 1 spot on the list. This weapon is also extremely good at open world content, and that is the one-handed spear. One-handed spear is dominating the top 25 list. It is at number 1, number 5, number 6, as well as the number 25 spot. This is a preferred weapon of many open world players, and it seems pretty good at corrupteds as well. The long list of pros for the one-handed spear include Master of Mobility. We've talked a lot about mobile builds in this video, and this one is up there as one of the most mobile builds in the entire game. And that mobility gives you the ability to kite your opponent very well and stab backwards at them. Also, the W slot is very versatile, and you can change it based on your current matchup. But of course, like anything in life, there are some cons. Spear is weak against healers, so in a healer-heavy meta, you should probably play something else. Also, one-handed spear can struggle against range damage over time builds, like Demonic Staff and Fire Staff. But that does it for our list. What build do you guys play in Corrupted Dungeons? Whenever I ask this on Twitch, I get some weird answers. Also, if you made it this far, you might as well subscribe to the channel. If you want to see me live, go to twitch.tv/SlacidBaron. I do a variety of content, such as black market flipping, open world roaming and Gucci sets, 2v2 Hellgates and Corrupted Dungeons, plus a whole lot of giveaways, and much, much more. When you come by and check out the stream, hit me with the secret code word, Jelly Belly, so I know you came from this video. Alright boys, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video, since a bunch of people requested it. Stay soft, and I will see you in the next one.